Yes, $10,000 a week. And yes, I'm going to actually show you my paycheck. Everybody knows about the whole COVID-19 pandemic that started in March here in the United States, became a big deal and everything. So, the reason why I decided to go to New York to help during the COVID-19 was because seeing the governor of New York, a lot of other reports about, New York being hit so hard, and the governor saying that, any nurses that can come to help, come help in New York, please come. We need your help. And, I just kept on hearing that over and over again. So finally, I was like, okay, I really want to go help. I hate to see nurses struggling. One report came out as far as like the ratio was like one nurse to 20 patients, and this was in the hospitals, not nursing home. As far as the ratio, and that's horrible if that was the ratio within the hospitals. That was the reason I felt the need to go help out my fellow nurses. So the company that I decided to sign up with was a government contracted company. They provided transportation like via Carter bus for us to and from the assignment. So it was like 50 nurses on the bus. It was so many of us. It's crazy. And also, they placed us up in a hotel. Specifically, our hotel was at the New York Marriott Marquis, which is located right there in Times Square. And I will also put some pictures in here so you can see how empty it was, and the view from my room. These are the pictures from Times Square. As you can see, it is extremely empty. And this picture is from my hotel room of a day and night picture. Beautiful. My flight to my assignment was free. The company that I signed up with, they provided information for us that JetBlue was providing free flights out to the assignment, and then also they will provide free flights leaving the assignment as well. So that was helpful where I did not have to come out of my pockets. And they did provide us with also a transportation reimbursement on top of what the company was already paying us, even though we ended up getting free flights. But some people that I heard about wasn't able to use JetBlue, but later on we ended up finding out like United Airlines, they were providing free flights for nurses. Also, I want to say I heard Delta was too as well. And it's also possible that they're still providing free flights, but because there are still some kind of like crisis deployments that's still going on right now, as well, and just like little hotspots and stuff. So, so that was kind of that situation with the flights. I didn't have to pay for that. The hospital that I was placed at was located in Brooklyn, New York. I'm not going to reveal which exact hospital it was, but it was in Brooklyn. And if you don't already know, my background is ER nursing. So that is the unit that they placed me in. But it was a possibility that they would just place me anywhere that was needed within the hospital. And we knew that when we signed up, we got all of that information. It's just wherever they needed us. I did ended up getting pulled to ICU to help out because they had short staff in ICU, which went very well. Also, they had like patients in med surge that were ICU patients. They had different uh, units or like PACU places that had been shut down in the hospital because of the pandemic, or empty spaces that weren't being utilized. They had turned those into ICUs as well because so many patients need to be intubated and placed on a ventilator. When we arrived to the hospital, the type of PPE that they gave us was the N95 mask, the surgical mask, the bunny suits, booties, and hairnets as well. The only downside was that they would only give us new PPE, specifically the N95 and the bunny suits, once every 5 days. So they expected for us to reuse those over and over again because, of the shortage, supposedly. However, there was some other shady stuff coming out that the hospital had a stash of PPE within their storage rooms that nobody knew about except administrative staff, and that the doctors were able to get new PPE every day, and also the administrative staff was able to get new PPE every day. But, that has to do with politics, and politics is definitely within nursing, if you didn't already know that yet. This is the picture of me in my full PPE outfit, and then this picture is the group of us taking a picture where you can kind of see my whole outfit. Down to the pay. Yes, $10,000 a week. Actually, a little bit above that is what I ended up getting paid. We did have to work every single day, 12-hour shifts. Specifically, I was placed on night shift. So our pay exactly was $95 an hour, and overtime was $142.50 an hour after that. We also did get a meal stipend that was $76 a day. So with that all together, it was $10,000 a week. And the meal stipend, like, it was no reason for us to use that because at the hospital, so many people, and we were just very blessed. So many people were bringing in food. I mean, we were getting food delivered, especially in the ER. In the ER, we get food quite a bit anyway. But, people were just delivering food or bringing food to us probably 2 or 3 times during the shift. And then even when our buses would, come to when the buses would drop us off at the hospital, it would be people out there handing out food to us. And then going to the bus, it would be a lot of times people out there giving us, food and stuff like, I don't know, muffins, danishes, all types of food. But we had food the whole time. Like, if you just waited until you got to work to eat, you were good and you did not need to spend any of your meal stipend. But like I said, we were very blessed, and I was thankful for all that was provided for us. On my first paycheck, taxes took literally almost half of my paycheck. Yes. That's Uncle Sam for you. However, making $10,000 a week, it put me at a higher tax bracket. So taxes looking at it where I'm making $500,000 a year. So it's going to be at the max for the tax deductions that were pulled out. After my first paycheck, then I exempted out of federal taxes. So, since I had allowed them to pull out that big chunk out of my first one, that was the reason why I exempted off after that point. Supposedly, the government is looking at possibly exempting first responders that help with the whole pandemic or COVID-19 to be exempt from paying federal taxes. They have done a proposal for that bill, but I don't believe it's been approved yet. So if anybody knows if it's been approved yet about that, please comment below to let us know if you've heard anything or any update on that. So my net pay was $9,082.30. My total earnings was $10,070. In addition to that is the meal reimbursement at 532, and I exempted out of federal taxes. There were other contracts that were being presented where I would have gotten like $5,000 a week. For that, I would have had to just work like maybe 4 or 5 12-hour shifts. So within those contracts, there were some days off. But my thing is, everything is shut down. You can't do any sightseeing. You can't go anywhere. Everybody's on the stay-at-home orders and everything. So while I'm here, I might as well just work every day. That's why I ended up taking the assignment where we just worked every day and made the most amount of money during the time frame that we were in New York. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, what did you get paid if you worked during the pandemic, and put it down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it and please subscribe for more videos to come. Thank you.